Hey, what's going on, guys? In today's video, we're going to be looking at a preview of the Buccaneers versus the Lions. That game is going to happen today. Before we get into that, make sure you guys like this video, and I'm really happy that a lot of us had a really safe Christmas. Not a lot of people went out this time, and things are under control. So I'm really happy about that. And guys, remember, if you ever want to DM me about anything, go to the description and hit me up. I'm more than welcome. And let's just look forward to New Year at this point, and I hope things settle down by then. But things happen, so let's see what goes on. But in today's video, with Justin Herbert being out of the playoff contention, we're gonna be looking at the Bucs, and we're gonna have a Saturday night or Saturday morning game with the Buccaneers. If they beat the Lions, that's great. They get into the playoffs, they win. But it's not really like a clincher, right? It's either they beat the Lions or the Bears lose. If one of those things happen, they'll be in the playoffs. So the Bucs are going to be in the playoffs for the first time since 2007, but me and the rest of the Buccaneers fans know that this is not what we wanted. We aren't going to just simply settle for a playoff spot. We want the entire thing. The first ever home Super Bowl, we want it. We want to be the first ones to go play for it, and we want to be the first ones who are going to win for it, right? So we just hope that's going to happen, and that's basically what we're going to be looking at. So the basic points I want to cover is Matthew Stafford versus Tom Brady, right? If Brady gets pressured, he's never that good, but then the Lions defense is one of the worst at passing protection or, at pass coverage, because they just let people like Ryan Tannehill throw for like 300 yards, so they kind of just dominate. I think at the end of the day, it is going to come down to the quarterbacks, Matthew Stafford, and pretty much who he's going to be throwing to, man. He's going to be throwing to Calvin Johnson, and he's going to be throwing to TJ Hawkinson, and those two guys are nothing compared to the riches that Tom Brady has with Antonio Brown, Chris Godwin, and so on and so forth. I don't even need to explain. So I'm looking for Antonio Brown to have a huge game. I think a lot of those little slot routes over the top, Mike Evans down deep, those games, I really hope that happens. And then Chris Godwin, of course, if he can kind of break the plane and distract a little bit, get some fade routes in, that would be awesome. And of course, just pound the ball. I really want them to just run the ball, establish a good running game with Leonard Fournette. Just turn it back, give it to Rojo, see what those guys do. I'm not sure if Rojo's going to be there. Let me know in the comments. But I'm just looking forward to it. I think at the end of the day, it is going to come down to the quarterbacks, like I said. So when you guys are watching the game, make sure you look out for the quarterbacks, see how comfortable they are. If they're comfortable, they're most probably going to have a lot of yards. So I'm looking at this game for the Buccaneers. I think they will win, even though most of us analytical people, we're looking at this game with two eyes. Number one, of course, we want them to win and go into the playoffs. It'd be great. Also, if they lose next week, they could still take the redemption and make the playoffs, but they would most probably be playing against the Washington football team or the NFC East team. So we're gonna be looking out for that, how the entire NFC playoff ladder moves. That way we can see what the standings are, and we can see if Tom Brady could lead this team again to go win the Super Bowl, which I think he can. But go to the comment section below. Let me know what your picks are for this year, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.